Hey now, you're a math star. Get your game on. Go count. Hey now, you're a math star. Get your game on. Go add. When all that counting is done, we'll be adding sums. How are you today, math stars? It is a good day to do math. So you have already learned how to represent the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5. What does represent mean? Represent means to show. Represent means show. Can you say that? Represent, show. All right. So you're showing the number 5. If I say represent 5, you're showing me what that means. Okay. So today we're going to represent another number, the number 0. 0. What does 0 mean? 0 means none. I have 0 candy bars. How many candy bars do you have, Math Wizard? None. I have 0 cookies. I mean, I have smart cookies as students, right? That's you. You're a smart cookie. But I don't have any cookies to eat. I don't have any. I have none. I have 0. So let's take a closer look. Okay. Here we go. Module 1, lesson 4. I can show the difference between groups of 0 and other numbers. I can show the difference. That means you can look at 2 different groups and show what's different, right? What's not the same. Show the difference between the groups. Okay, so this is page 17 in your book. What does 17 look like? Well, 17 looks like a 1 and a 7. 1, 7, right? 17, not like this. That's the number 71. So you're on page 17. All right. Listen to this story. How would you represent the number of red cars? How would you represent the number of blue cars? Some cars are parked in front of the library. This is the public library. Some cars are parked in front of the library. How would you represent how many red cars there are? Well, can we count how many red cars there are? Do you think? Can we count? And I'm going to put a counter on it. So how many red cars? 1, 2, 2. What's another way that we can show the number 2, represent 2? Can you write the number 2? 2. There are 2 red cars. Now, how many blue cars are there? I mean, I have my glasses on. I can see. Can you see? Do you see any blue cars? I don't see any blue cars. There are no blue cars. What number is that? Is it 0? It's 0. There are 0 blue cars. And a 0 again looks kind of like an O, right? A 0. All right. Let's go to your next page. Here we go. There's a bookshelf. Listen to this story. How can you use objects to represent the numbers in the story? So let's see. Hopefully you have a pencil, right? You can represent. Remember, represent means show. Okay, listen to the story. How can you use the objects to represent the number in the story? Say each number as you count the objects. Trace the numbers. Jose has 5 library books. He places 3 books on the red shelf. He places 2 books on the yellow shelf. How many books does he place on the orange shelf? So we said 3 books. So you're going to draw books. Now, friends, this is math class, not art class. So does it need to be a fancy? Nope. Okay. He has 5 books total. He puts 3 books on the red shelf. I'm just drawing rectangles to represent the books. And they said he drew 2 books on the yellow shelf? Now let's count what we have. 1, 2, 3. 3 on the red shelf. 1, 2 on the yellow shelf. Let's see how many we have all together. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Are you counting with me? Let's start again. I want to hear you counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 books. He has 5 library books. So how many are we putting on the orange shelf? None. 0. We're putting 0. Why don't you pause this while you trace those numbers and draw your books, okay? Great job. Now let's go to the next page. Oh, vase with flowers. I love flowers. Okay, listen to this story. Use counters to represent the flowers. Say the numbers you represented. Trace the number. Let's count our flowers. 1, 2, 3. Now, when it says use counters, that can be anything. You could just have pennies. 1, 2, 3. You could use pieces of Legos. 1, 2, 3. You're representing, you're showing 3. Okay. For me, I'm going to pretend, I'm just going to draw circles. Okay. I'm going to draw circles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 represents 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Does it match? Oh, look at this vase. This poor vase. Does it have any flowers? It has none. What number is that? It has 0. How many counters do I need to represent how many flowers there are? None. You can pause this while you trace those numbers. All right, great. This part is on your own. So here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to read this to you and you're going to do it. And then after you're done, you're going to show your homeschool parent, whoever's there, homeschool teacher, that you understand it. You're going to show it to them. Okay. So use objects to represent the number in the story. Say each number as you count the object. Trace the number. When we say trace, I asked you to trace. I probably should have told you what I meant, right? Tracing, you're going to trace around. I bet you can do yours neater than mine. Down to the midline, over, across at the midline, up to the top line, down to the baseline. There you go. Okay. Carlos has 3 books. Wait a second. That's not right. Just a second. Sorry. Silly math wizard. That was the right story. I just didn't finish reading it. Okay, so here we go. For number 4, the birdie, Carlos has 3 books. He returns the books to the library when he finishes reading them. How many books does Carlos have now? So he had 3 books. And he took 3 books back to the library. How many does he have now? Okay, and remember, you're going to trace the number. You're going to use objects to represent the number in the story. Okay. You can pause this while you do that. I'll give you a hint though. It shouldn't take you too long to draw them. Okay. Number 5. Marco uses 4 crayons to color. Can you represent the number that's in that story? All right. Good. You can pause this while you do it. And then remember, go show it to your mom. All right, friends. That's it for that lesson. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.